All right, guys, somebody sent an email asking about this question on the chapter 1, lesson 3 homework. So we're going to take time and go over this together. So I know we've been discussing, finding the derivative and, what the derivative means and all of that good stuff. But literally, this example is asking, um, for the average rate of change. So it's just going back to the average rate. So it's just going back to slope, the basic slope formula that we all know. So let's break this down and let's go over it together. So it says the home range in hectares of a carnivorous mammal weighing W grams can be approximated by H of W. Part A says find the average rate at which these animals, their home range increases as the animal's weight increases from 600 grams to 750 grams. And when I see average rate of change, what I what I think of is my f of x sub 2 minus f of x sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. But now to be able to use that expression, that means we have to have ordered pairs. In other words, we have to have an x sub 1 and an x sub 2, and then an f of x sub 1 and an f of x sub 2. So what I'm going to do is take the information that was given to us. I'm going to plug it into the function that was given to us because that function allows us, let's first of all, let's look at what that function is. It says the home range can be approximated by this function. In other words, where W is the grams, in other words, if we know how much the animal weighs, we can use this function, H of W. I can substitute the weight into the function, and the output tells me or gives me the home range of that mammal. So if I have 600 grams, I can take 600, and I don't have these values, so give me just a moment to plug it into my calculator, which means you guys have time to do it as well. So what I'm going to do is take 600 and I'm going to plug it into the place of W because that's my weight. So I would put 0.11 times 600 raised to a power of 1.36. And the output there, I want to make sure I put it in right because I don't want to write a number in here that is incorrect. So the output here is 660.20, and there's a lot of decimals there. It tells me to round to the nearest hundredth, for the nearest hundredth for my final answer. So what I'm going to do is put a few extra decimals here just to make sure when I round off at the end that I don't round off incorrectly. Okay. And then for my other ordered pair, I'm going to take that 750 and I'm going to do the same thing. Take 750, plug it into that function up above, the same process, just a different input. And when I substitute 750 into that function, my output is 894.2851. And it keeps going, but I'm just going to leave it there. I could put 2 behind it if I wanted to. Um, but those are my two ordered pairs. So now that I have that, I can label this as my x sub 1, f of x sub 1, my x sub 2, and my f of x sub 2. And I'm going to take those values and I'm going to substitute them right where they belong into the expression that allows us to find the average rate of change. So that would be 894.28512 minus 660.20435 divided by 750 minus 600. And literally, once you get to this point, you can take what you have there and just plug it into your calculator. You have 0.28512 minus 660, 0.20435 all over 750 minus 600, and that gives me approximately 56053. But now the answer is telling me to round to the nearest hundredth, which would mean right here to two decimal places. So in my math lab, I would put 1.56. Okay, and that's part A. Part B is just asking you to interpret the results. And literally, what this is telling you is that you would find what that average is. I won't take time to actually do that. You can plug that in the calculator just like we did part A. But what that's going to give you is the average rate of change um, in the home range for an animal that's weighing whose weight grows from 350 pounds to 450 pounds. So if you can do part A and understand what part A is, part B is just, explaining what it actually means, the output. Okay. All right. So if you have any more questions, guys,